I don't think anybody's ever told me they don't like Thai food. Every person I've ever asked loves it.
I think so. They've got amazing flat noodle dishes. I love flat noodles.
And they've got good. I had Thai food today as well, but I had some good
It's
stuff. So
it's a good day for Thai food. I don't know. My chiropractor said he ate Thai food today, even. So,
don't blame anybody for that.
so I take it you fly in and out of Bangkok, or do you do an in and out in different airports?
Now, the three international airports, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, and Phuket. There's another one called Krabi.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people actually go through there because it's a lot of times cheaper. So
Mm.
I'm hoping on next week's show, we'll be talking about southern Thailand.
Yes.
On that one, you fly into Krabi, and then you fly out of Koh Samui. And from Koh Samui, it's also you can fly to different areas. So they've actually got a lot of international airports. For the North and Central Thailand tour, you're best flying into Chiang Mai and out of Bangkok.
Mm.
However, if the connections are not good, depending on where you're flying from, you may just fly into and out of Bangkok and buy a separate ticket to fly to Chiang Mai. The nice thing is they've got flights literally every single hour. Um,
Yeah, they're very easy for us to find good air for you and inexpensive air usually. At least from Texas, we have really good air to Thailand. Sorry, I'm going
yeah.
to turn off my do not disturb because I keep hearing my dings. Sorry about that. So you can go ahead and talk while I figure out how to do my do not disturb.
So
There it
Thailand,
is.
you want to wait or go?
No, go, go, go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So this particular tour is very physically active. Of course,
Oh,
for those who want it a little bit slower, we can add days for things to go slower, or we can cut out certain activities. But just this part of the world um, offers a lot in terms of just physical activities where you're out
right.
and about doing a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, for example, the Southern Thailand tour, it's going to be much less because you're on boat rides a lot. So, yeah, you're going swimming,
Uh,
you go inside these lagoons, this kind of stuff. The North and Central Thailand tour, it's markets and animals and mountains and all this kind of stuff. So, to
mm,
each his own. Some people like all of the above, and if they've got 3 weeks, we can cover it all. Others say, you know what, no, we just want the tropics and that sort of thing. Other people say, no, we want more culture and the tribal culture and animals and stuff. So those are the ones who are going to
mm.
like the North and Central Thailand tour.
Yeah, I
So
love Chiang Mai personally because of the elephants. That's one of my favorite destinations. And of course, I need to put a plug in for all of my wildlife activists out there that it's good to go to the ethical conservancies for elephants, and there are plenty of them in Thailand.
well, we take you to one of those.
Hmm.
There's some ones that don't have a good reputation, and we don't take our customers anywhere near to that. Um, but on the day that you arrive, what we end up doing is taking them to the Chiang Mai Night Bazaar.
Mm.
Um, Chiang Mai is a very interesting place because if you're there in the daytime, it's boring.
Mm.
And you say, man, everybody's talking about Chiang Mai. Why are they talking about this place? It's just this provincial, boring type of city. Like, why am I here? Now, here's the trick everybody is on some kind of day trip and they come back around 5, 6 o'clock. When the
Mm.
sun sets and the moon's up, the place goes off the freaking hook. I mean, you can't imagine a place that looks that boring in the daytime could be that insanely buzzing in the night.
Mm.
And it could be a Monday night. We here at home don't have Saturday nights that look like they're Monday nights. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So
Oh.
they really know how to kick it up a notch. So that night bazaar is very popular. I mean, it's you've got all kinds of stalls, and they've got what you'd expect out of them. Some food and drinks and clothes and whatever, and then you just keep on going, and then it kind of spills into this like nightlife
Mm.
zone area. Um, and that thing's a lot of fun. And they have this place called the Zoe and Yellow. That's what that place is called. I remember now.
Mm.
Um, and the nightlife is really good there. So the first day, you're going to be obviously jet lagged. Sometimes people will give themselves a pre-tour day just to adjust to the jet lag because it is a long flight to get to Thailand.
Hmm.
Um, But that first day, we basically just give you an evening night bazaar, then show you some nightlife, and then call it a day.
Yeah, and I think some people, maybe Americans, do not understand markets as well as people in other international destinations. Like when you're going to these markets, it is like the melting pot of everything. So it's entertainment, it's food, it's little shopping, everything that you can think of are in these little markets.
It is for everybody. You're right. I mean, this is for young people who want to party. This is for old people hanging out. Is just anybody and everybody is there for a different purpose, and that's why these markets are so big, because different areas of the market cater different types of people.
Right. So you can find bars and drinking, that kind of nightlife.
Anything and everything you want, from quality food to people and culture, anything and everything you'd possibly want to find at the market, you're going to find it there.
And is there like a red light district area for Thailand? I mean, I know Thailand's kind of known for that, but I don't know where.
Yeah, there is, of course. Um, there's a few different types. So there's ones that are just hanging on the street. Chiang Mai is not as prevalent as
Yeah.
other parts of Thailand. Pattaya is somewhere that we don't typically take our customers to.
Mm,
That's the old Sin City right there, where I've never seen anything like that.
mm.
Um, but with Chiang Mai, it's going to be more like these massage places, um, and they offer services over there. But it's not so much in your face like it would be in Bangkok and Phuket. It's less in Chiang Mai.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we clear that up because there is a conception that Thailand's for the crazy stuff.
It is a piece of the puzzle, but it's not the mosaic as a whole. I
Right.
mean, Thailand is one of my 10 favorite countries, and that's out of 98 countries that I've now visited
Mm.
extensively. Prostitution is not what makes me love Thailand. That's not what comes to my mind when I love it. So it's something that's there. You're definitely going to see it, um, but there's a lot more to it. Um,
And while we're talking about safety, and especially for women and solo travelers, Thailand is fairly safe. I mean, it has the usual problems with the big cities and markets and everything, but this is a great destination for solo travelers and for women.
it really is. We get a lot of solo female travelers who will do Thailand, and we get couples and families too. But it's very common that we get um, solo female travelers, backpackers, and other types of women, like some older women that want to do it.
Mm.
And we've never had any problems with it whatsoever. It's very much catered towards tourism. It's probably
Yeah.
has one of the most developed tourism infrastructures in all of Asia.
And there is a good season to go and a wet season. It's better to go when it's cooler than when it's hottest. But what would you say the best months are?
I would say November through April are the ideal months to visit. It is humid throughout the year, at least when you get into like Bangkok.
Mm.
Um, but if you go the other months, it's worse. So it's either humid bad or humid worse. I'm not gonna mask this thing. I mean, especially when you go further south, you're in your room, you take a shower, you go outside for 5 seconds, it's just this poof, and you're like, there was no point in taking that shower. There was absolutely no point in doing my hair and everything else. It just forget it. Just go outside and deal with it.
Yeah, for women with hair like mine, just expect it to be out to here and, bring something to pull your hair back.
So what we end up doing on day two is we go on a excursion. We leave Chiang Mai for the daytime.
Mhm.
The first one we do is to this place where you go. It's an adventure park, and you go zip lining over there.
Mm,
Um,
okay.
it's really a lot of fun, and it's not zip lining only for the sake of zip lining. The scenery is very pretty, so it's like a two for one type of thing. Um,
And are we ziplining with monkeys around, or is there any wildlife there?
yeah, you do. You see wildlife over there. Yeah,
Mm,
for sure.
cool.
So it's a place that it's worth visiting, even if you weren't going zip lining. So the fact that you're seeing it while ziplining makes it even that much more special.
Mm.
That's how that whole thing works. Mm. Then you get back to Chiang Mai in the evening, and then there's this like this walking street where there's this like outdoor bazaar. And they got
Mm.
vendors selling more types of stuff. It's a different area from where we take you to on night one. Um, and we kind of have to switch it up a little bit because not every market's open every night. So
Mm.
depending on what night you're there, we're going to know which of the markets to take you to. Because this is a tour you can start on any date.
Right.
So
And that's, yeah. Sorry, I was just going to say that's what I love about booking Charlie's tours is most of my clients like it because you can leave any day of the year that you want. It's your schedule. It's not the schedule of the tour, but there's still value because Charlie is coordinating it among all his clients so that somebody who's starting Monday, maybe with somebody who's starting Sunday, like on a certain day. So you will switch it up every day who you're with, possibly, or you'll be with the same people depending on how it works out. But you get the value of Charlie's coordination, and it's not a private tour necessarily. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're also groups, small groups.
mhm. Yeah, our South Thailand tour, it's mostly shared unless people make requests otherwise. The North and Central Thailand tour tends to be more private. There are a couple
Mm.
things that are shared, but this is much more of a private tour.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, that's how that whole thing works.
And I do
Uh,
have a lot of honeymooners usually who like to go to Thailand. That's a big draw is young honeymooners. It tends for me it tends to attract the younger people who are more active and adventurous.
Indeed, indeed. The third day, what we end up doing is we for the time being leave Chiang Mai and take a 2 hour drive through the mountains through
Mm.
this village resort called Pai.
Mm.
What a cool place that is. This is one of those places that if you just look at photos online, it's you're not going to understand why you're going there.
Mm.
Um, the attractions there are nice, like anywhere in Thailand. I'm not going to say they're so grand like you'd find elsewhere in the country, but the vibe there that they've created. This was just a mountain with nothing there, and some I don't know if it's French or what they were, but they
Mm.
created this little like community over there, and it just grew with time. And just people love being there, and they've got all these food stalls, and they take these very decorative cars and they turn them into restaurants, like
Mm.
even buses that get turned into restaurants. And then they've got musicians there, and they've got people doing all kinds of artwork and creating things in front of just it is one of those places that everybody's happy to be there
Mm.
just for the sake of being there. It's just puts you in a very good mood. Um, and everybody that ever goes there says, I wish I spent more time there. That everybody says, I wish I stayed a little bit longer.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because I find that people don't really understand what they're going to get out of travel, and a lot of time it's just really enjoying somebody else's culture and community and feeling like you belong somewhere else. And it's not going to see that historic monument or whatever the highlight might be. That's not what you remember. You remember these little moments where you're interacting with the community.
Indeed, indeed. And that's what Pi is about. So, I mean, elsewhere on our tour, you are going to get those very big attractions. Um, but it's just specifically in Pi, it's more about a feeling. It's much more about a feeling than anything else. So there is a place, and by the way, you're going to meet people there. It's impossible not to. It is really
They
impossible.
don't speak English everywhere.
No, but in Pi, they'll speak enough. Um, they'll speak enough over there. So, I mean, it's very much catered toward tourism. So they're going to at least know what the tourists need or what they're
Right.
asking. So they're sorry, they're very accommodating to the tourists that are there, and everybody's happy. Everybody feels safe. Everybody ends up meeting each other because it's a very small place. So,
Go on, do not disturb Charlie.
yeah, yeah. Try doing that. I've been trying to do that for the last 10 minutes. There you go.
I know.
Yeah. Men cannot multitask like women can. I can tell you that right now. We're not. We shut down with one distraction.
It's okay. That's
So,
why I'm here.
but anyway, on that third day when we've relocated now from um, Chiang Mai to Pai, um, you kind of get the vibe. You see what it's about. We do take you places though. So once you've actually checked into the hotel, there's this hot spring we take you to.
Mm.
It's warm water over there. You are going to meet other people there. Everybody's talking, socializing. There's this bamboo bridge that we take you to. And then at the end of that day, same day, day three, we take you to the Pike Canyon. And that's where you watch the sunset.
Mm.
And like everybody is there pretty much at that time. Everybody was hanging out in town, leaves town, checks out this sunset, and then goes back into town and basically just hangs out and socializes all night long. So um, it's a good it's a good day pretty much. It's a beautiful, pleasant
Mm.
day.
So the currency there is the baht. I'm
Hmm.
not sure if I say that right, but most places still accept Visa, Mastercard, Amex credit cards, your Apple Pay even. So you don't really need cash there, or do you?
No, you do need cash.
Ah.
Um, there's still a lot of people that, especially when you go into these shops like the stalls and stuff, they still
Mm.
expect cash. Cash is king over there.
And what I normally tell my clients, you can change out your currency at the airports or different places, but if you just go to an ATM anywhere and you put in your ATM card, it will spit out the local currency. So you will get money that way in the local currency and you don't have to do the exchange.
Yeah, I tell people, I mean, bring maybe a
Mm.
couple $100 of emergency money with you,
Mm.
but don't be bringing big chunks of change with you. Get use the ATMs, and when you're at the airport, make small change because a lot of them just don't have small change. When you get these bigger bills, be
Right.
better at the airport saying, "Hey, please break my." Go to the ATM, get the money from the ATM, then approach a one of those traditional currency exchange offices. Don't actually exchange anything. Just ask for small bills. That's what I typically do.
That's a great idea. Because
So
that even happened in Rome, where I gave a taxi driver a large bill, and he stole my bill. He did a like a an exchange, and I saw him do it. He took my big bill, and he's like, "You gave me a five, that wasn't enough," and I'd given him like 100. So, and there's nothing you can do. You're sitting there alone as a woman in this taxi. So just beware. Don't bring big bills with you. Nobody's going to give you change for a big bill.
well, yeah, and in the case of the taxis, with us, you don't really have to worry about that because you're going with our cars and drivers and guides all day long. So
Right.
the likelihood of that kind of stuff happening is very minimal. Even your hotels that we put you in are all centrally located. They're almost all five-star hotels, and we put you in places where once you're done with the tour for the day, you take your shower and you're going to be able to walk to wherever you need to go. You're not
Mm.
going to have to be taking taxis because we don't want you to have the type of situations that you just described a second ago in Rome,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So on fourth day now, we'll show you a little bit more of the Chiang Mai, I'm sorry, the Pai area.
Mm.
There's a nice viewpoint and there's some nice cave over there. And you'll see kind of how they make these tea plantations.
Mm.
And you then
Mm.
get back to Chiang Mai at the end of that night after you've done a full day of touring in the surroundings of Pai. That's what ends up happening with day four.
Mm.
Day five, you're again based in Chiang Mai. You make a day trip, and that's when we do the elephant camp that you talked about
Uh,
earlier in the show.
yes.
There's an elephant performance that they do over there. It's really nice. It's very classy.
Mm.
They actually do like artwork. I mean, they're drawing artwork and things like that. They're playing soccer.
The elephants you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. They're actually doing artwork
Yeah, I've
with
seen
the
them do that. Yeah, it's amazing.
and it'll say like kick the ball and they'll kick the ball. It's just like, my gosh, are you kidding me? Um, but it's the place got a good reputation. After that, we take you on a place where they have these oxes. You go like on an ox cart ride.
Mm.
And then that takes you to this river, and you end up going bamboo rafting. And the guys there, you got a local there who's doing all the paddling for you. You're not there by yourself. And you go on this beautiful little river cruise on the
Mm.
bamboo raft, and then you end up in this place. We will provide you lunch there. So we take you to a place in the river. Lunch is waiting for you. Um, and then you kind of move on to the next thing. There's this like national park that we take you to after your lunch, and you climb up this like bluey rocks. It's very hard to describe this thing
Mm.
until you actually experience this. So the water itself is like gluey. So they explain because the algae or something like that that's inside
Uh,
there. When you walk, it feels like you're kind of walking in glue, and it's just water.
I
Um,
see.
Nowhere in the world have I felt something like that.
Hmm. Interesting.
Um, and you're actually walking up the waterfall. So they've got these little ropes that are getting you up,
Uh,
and you're climbing up these things with the gooey or the sticky waterfall. That's the nickname for this place.
huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, and basically there's just this like mineral deposits on the rocks, and that's why it makes it like more difficult to like slip and that kind of thing. So they still make it safe though by providing you with all those ropes, and we have everybody wearing water shoes.
Mm.
Uh, so fortunately, we've never had any problems with that. Everybody loves it. And then after that, we take you to the Tiger Kingdom.
Ah.
You'll see actual tigers over there, and this is a rehabilitation center. Um, and after we've taken you there, we take you to this temple, and we call it a day. That's what we do on day 5.
So when you're with the tigers, are you interacting with the tigers at all? Or are you
Yeah.
just watching?
No, no, you're
I
interacting with them.
like
Yeah,
do they let you touch them
yeah,
or
yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've fed tigers before and held them. I love tigers, but they're a little even when they're babies, those big old paws like could just like just by accident it could whop you, you know. They're crazy strong, these little tigers, but they're adorable. I love them.
They definitely are. They definitely are. Day 6, we're going on another day trip from Chiang Mai. This is nice. Logistically, this is not something we can do everywhere around the world. But just because of how things are set up in northern Thailand, a lot of important things, worthwhile destinations, are seen as day trips from Chiang Mai. So that way you don't have to pack and unpack and pack and unpack all the time. You can
Right.
be somewhere, you have your fun for the day, you come back at the end of it. Very convenient like that. So this
Yeah.
is the day on day 6 where you go to Chiang Rai.
Mm, okay.
I don't know if you've heard much about it, but on the way,
Yeah.
taken to this place, it's called the White Temple.
Mm,
Uh, and it's one of the prettiest temples in all of Thailand. It's it may almost look like it's made out of glass. I mean, that kind of
mm,
thing. It's an
mm,
architectural masterpiece. It really is. Um, Next to it, there's this cave museum, and you go inside this cave over there, and nearby there we have lunch. After that, we take you to another temple. It's called the Blue Temple,
mm,
and then we take you to this outdoor museum, and you see like these traditional homes and kitchenware and all this kind of stuff. Um, but the best
mm,
part of the day is after all of that, we take you to this village where mostly Burmese people live. They
mm,
reside. So this place in Chiang Rai, it is at the river fusion of where Thailand and the rivers meet. There's also
mm,
Laos right over there.
right.
So this is a river where all the countries meet.
Mm,
So Burmese people live over there. You may have seen photos of people in Thailand with these long necks, and they have the rings on their necks.
mm-hmm.
That's where you see that. And they've
Mm,
got these really
interesting.
long ears
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the earrings and stuff like that. That's where you're seeing that on day 6 in
Hmm.
the Chiang Rai area as a day trip from Chiang Mai.
Is it like a cultural center, a park, or
It's a
like
village,
a village? Okay. Yeah.
but it's a real deal village. I mean, this is, it's not a Disneyland
Mm,
attraction. This is like really how
mm,
they are. And I mean, I took all kinds of photos with them, and they're very
mm,
um, open with travelers and all that. So generally speaking, they're very interactive with travelers. They're very like hospitable people. So
mm,
they like when people come and visit and take all the photos and whatever else. Um, After that, we're taken to a dock and we go on a boat ride. And that's on that boat ride where the three countries meet up. You're
Mm,
going to see Thailand, Laos, and you can call it Burma or Myanmar. It's kind of a political thing, but the
yeah.
official name is Myanmar. Um, that's the official name of the country.
Do you need any kind of visas or anything as you don't cross over into other countries, or
No.
do you? Yeah. Okay.
Well, the only time we do that is when somebody wants to buy, because we also operate in Laos, and hopefully
Mm.
soon Lainey will do a show in Laos. It's one of the most underrated countries on earth. So when people want to include Laos in our Thailand package, we kind of rearrange the itinerary a little bit. So
Mm.
on this day to Chiang Rai, we then take you into Laos from there. But
Ah,
if
okay.
you don't plan on doing Laos, if you don't have an extra week for Laos, then we just take you to the border
Mm.
and then bring you back to Chiang Mai.
Okay, that sounds great. Sorry, you're taking the main portion of our talking today because I actually have never been to Thailand. I've
Oh,
sent
you haven't?
many people. No, I've sent so many people, but I haven't personally gone. My husband's even gone. He's gone to Phuket, but I have not gone.
Oh, well, I didn't know. Um, I thought you just let me ramble on all day. I was like, thanks,
No,
Lane.
I let you ramble anyway. But,
Day 7, we end up going to this national park. It's a full day tour of this park. It ranks second in the country in terms of like bird species, and
mm,
there's a bunch of waterfalls inside this park. Um, and lunch is included on this day. Um, it's that sort of experience. So yeah, it's definitely different from the days before. Very very much just about the nature as opposed to like tribal
mm,
people or anything like that. Um,
okay.
the 8th day, we've now left Chiang Mai and we relocate by land by a private car to Sukhothai, and that's where Thailand's greatest archaeological remains are. There's an
Mm,
archaeological park over there. Um, this one is not as popular as the one near Bangkok, and that's not because it's as nice. It's just because logistically, it's not as convenient.
right.
So we take you to both,
Mm,
but this one here is by far the best one. It's one of the best archaeological parks in
mm,
Southeast Asia. Cambodia is still going to take the prize, but this one is impressive. And if you're visiting when they have a festival, like I did, I visited when there's a big festival over there. They light up all the monuments and all that kind of stuff. So,
mm,
and then they get the lanterns, so it's a
yeah.
really nice presentation. And the way we do it though is on bicycle. So your tour
Mm,
guide is an English speaking government licensed individual. He's on bicycle, you're on bicycle.
mm,
So this is because it's a big park area. So I mean,
mm,
imagine you have to walk all that, you're gonna get bored like that. So and they're not all cluttered together. It's like a little here, a little there, a little here. So you go on the bike rides and you make stops at all these places. It's fun. It
mm.
really is like a nice way to see all of this. Um,
Do they
so
have any rickshaw options for somebody who can't ride a bike?
yeah,
I can't ride.
yeah. hmm Yeah, we do. When people need that, we
Mm,
do that.
mm.
But generally, when people are just like, I don't know what I want, I'm fine, but I don't know what I want. We generally encourage the bike ride just because it's kind of part of the experience. That's all.
Right. Yeah, I wish I could do it. But,
And then at the end of that day, we take you to this one spot where there's another temple, and then
mm.
from there you watch the sunset. It's like everybody goes there at the end of that night. It's fun.
So we're already on day 7, was that, or day 8? What did you
That was
say?
day that was day 8.
8. And we
Um,
spent most of it in Chiang Mai, but we've moved on to we're going north, right?
South.
Oh, we're going south. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
because
my goodness.
Chiang Mai is very north.
Right.
Bangkok is the center.
Oh, it's right.
Phuket and all that's in the south. Yeah.
Okay, dokie. I did
So
not do great in geography.
no, it's all good. As long as you're having fun, who cares, right? Just turn off the brain
Exactly.
and rely on a company like ours, and rely
Exactly.
on Lady
You don't have to know
to
where you are. Just go have
put your brain
fun.
in autopilot and just let us do everything for you. You know,
Mm.
So what we do
Totally.
now on day 9 is you take a quick and direct flight from the Sukhothai to Bangkok, the capital. Um, Bangkok has to be treated in a very specific way. When I visited Bangkok for the very first time, I didn't like it. I didn't like the
Mm,
city.
yeah.
I very much disliked it. Second time I went there, I was like, not bad. Third time I went there, I loved it.
Mm,
So it's one of those places. It's like a tool. If you don't use it right, you can break something. If you know how to use it right, you can really benefit from it. So
mm,
Thailand is popular specifically for its nightlife scene, the food market scene, and the Grand Palace area. So as long as you just keep yourself to that stuff, you're
mm.
gonna love it. There's a lot of traffic, and there's so many temples out there. They got temples like we have Starbucks,
Right.
um, and you could just, exhaust yourself and seeing too many of those. So we basically take you to the best temples, which are like in that Grand Palace area, and there's also some near the river. We take you on this river cruise. But otherwise, we're going through all of the markets, and these markets are different from each other. Some are
Mm,
very old, some are very new, some are very fashionable, and it's just one huge party. Okay, that's what
mm.
that whole thing is. And then mixed with the markets is the parties, and of course, where you see that, you're also going to see prostitution. Just to kind of give you a heads up on that.
Right.
Some areas you're going to see more, some areas you're going to see less, but it's not something that we could avoid. Um, there's like a Chinatown market. Um, there's the Asia Tech, the waterfront, which is like a newer one. And then in the later part of the evening, we go to this place called Patpong. Patpong. Um, that's very popular for the nightlife. And when you ask me about the red light district, that's
Hmm.
one of the biggest ones in Thailand, right there. And you're provided with a guided tour throughout that whole area, right there.
Mm.
Next, we go to the Sky Bar.
Oh.
Um, that Sky Bar was in the movie Hangover. It is one of the highest rooftop bars in the world. I recommend that you don't buy a drink there. You have to buy something, but make sure you're buying something very simple because the drinks could be like $70 there,
Oh my gosh.
like one drink. Yeah. So like seriously, just say like how much is a beer or something. Like don't go crazy over there. It's not the place. It's one of the highest rooftop bars in the world, by the way.
Mm.
Um, and it's very fashionable. Yeah, you're going to find a lot. Everybody dresses nice over there. Um, and after you've had your drink over there and gotten some nice photos and you've seen the view and all that, we take you to this one street. It's called Khao San Road, and that is the best street in Thailand for the nightlife.
Mm.
It is like it is just a huge party street. Um, on one of my trips, I stayed at a hotel and I partied over there, and I went to bed. And I woke up the next day, and people were still there partying like at 9 o'clock in the morning from the
Uh,
night before. It is nonstop, that street. So even older people are saying, I've been there, done that. I'm going to say, you haven't seen this. You haven't seen this before. So it might not be something you want to do every single day for the rest of your life. Um, this is something to see. This is something to experience. This is something
mm.
different. Um, and
Interesting.
those who do it, they don't regret it. Other people just say, hey, you know what? We're older. We don't have the physical energy to do all that. So how about you just take us back to our hotel at 6 o'clock and we just call it a night. And we say, hey, you know what? No problem. But for those who really do want to see and do it all and,
Mm.
find out what all the hype is about, we show it to you.
Right. And
That's what we do.
that's one of the things I love about Charlie's tours also is that he packs in everything into these itineraries so that you see every single highlight there is to see. He coordinates it to make sure that you can see everything for a great value. I'm sure we're not done yet, so I'll wait to talk about cost until you're done going through the itinerary. But I have a very hard time finding any other way to do everything that he does and the hotels that he puts you in any other way. He just has great value, great pricing.
Thank you, lady. Much appreciated.
Great
Uh,
service too, of course.
yeah, I just talk too much. That's all.
Well, Charlie, okay, this is something that one of my clients was really confused about. Charlie does not personally lead all of the tours in the 30 countries. He would not be able to be everywhere all the time. So, Charlie, why don't you explain how you manage the tour guides that you're choosing and what you do with people around the world, since it's not you specifically?
So we actually operate these packages. So I've been there, done that. I've been to Thailand 5 times. Did a lot of deep research and development. I find the guides, I train the guides, um, and not all of them, but a lot of them. And then basically they are carrying out these tours the way we want them. That's how we do it.
Right. So
And
it's
so
not
I'm
just
not.
that Charlie is booking some tour operator that he doesn't know that anybody could book on Viator or whatever. These are specific people that he is choosing and asking them to create a tour based on his requirements. So it's not the same as what you can just get anywhere off any tour guide. So that's one of the reasons I use him too, because he's vetted these people, he knows them, he knows what he's getting you into, and he has massive 5-star reviews all over, as well as I do.
You're more popular, that's for sure.
I don't think that's true. I think you've got way more reviews than I do. You have thousands of reviews.
Well, my number one fan's my mom. I know that much. So,
Well, that is special.
uh, so now we're on day 10, and we're all recovering from all the partying on day 9. And on this day, this one's going to depend, okay, because it's only open on certain days of the week. So on this particular tour, don't always quote me exactly. Hey, day 10, this is going to be like this. We may need to do a little shuffle here and there to make it all match up. But usually, what we end up doing on day 10, we first take you to this floating market. You've probably seen photos of that stuff where they're actually like cooking food in the river.
I've been to floating markets in Vietnam, not in Cambodia, but not
In
in Thailand.
my opinion, the best ones are in Thailand. I've
And they're
seen the
cool.
yeah, I've seen the other countries too. I think Thailand takes the prize for that. Um, they have really good floating markets over there. Um, and then what we end up doing is going to this railway market, right? So it just seems like, okay, we keep going to markets, but no, everything's different. So even the floating market, unless you've been to Vietnam or Cambodia, you haven't seen something like that before. I mean, it is a
Yeah.
full presentation, and it's a huge area. It's a huge, huge area. Um, After that, we take you to the railway market. So, okay, why another market? Well, whenever a train approaches, all the awnings and shop fronts, they're moved back to from the rails. So the
Ah.
whole thing's crowded, and then all of a sudden the train comes. Everybody moves all their stuff, and the train like goes right through the whole thing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Um, and people are taking photos with the train, of the train, following the train, the
Uh,
whole thing, and it's a very tight area. Um, so it's just funny how like everything's everywhere, and all of a sudden you just hear choo choo, and everybody's like, "Hey, get this stuff! Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go!" You know that kind of thing.
so they're
Um,
not selling to the people on the train.
no, they are selling to the spectators, and the train is just going by for transportation purposes. That's it.
That's funny.
But it's definitely a sight. I mean, this thing is definitely a sight. There's one other floating market we take you to on the same day after that train market. That one is a little bit different than the first one we take you to. So they're both very much worth it. After that, we head back to Bangkok. Um, we hope you're hungry because there's a lot of like food at the market we take you to because there's these two markets right next to each other, and combined, it is the biggest market I've seen anywhere on this planet. Like, is just I'm not even in China, not anywhere have I seen something that huge. And just imagine it being this huge concert type of thing. And they've got even they have massage chairs, they got massage people, they got food, they've got drinks, they got bands. Like literally, it got different bands in every corner of this thing.
Mm.
Um, and it's just crazy to know that this is just a normal weekend market. Like this is
Wow.
not some huge festival or something. That's what, okay, that's the word I'm looking for.
A
Like what you would
festival.
imagine at like American festival or something.
Mm.
That is just a normal weekend over there.
So there
That
is, I had read today that there's a festival there that they have water fights all over the country. Do you know what that
yeah,
is?
yeah. It's a river one. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a good one. Day 11, uh, we go on a day trip again from Bangkok. This one is now to that other archaeological park.
Mm.
Remember, I said there's two famous ones.
Right.
More people go to this one just because it's near Bangkok. It's easy.
Mm.
It's nice, but you want to just make sure you go to the best of the best because there's a bunch of them. They're all kind of scattered around. I've
Mm.
gone to way more than we have our customers go to because I just want to make sure the customers are going to the best ones.
Right.
Um, they're the three best ones is what we take you to. And there's like a lot of history of what goes on over
Mm.
there. It was previously ruled by the Burmese, and it kind of went back and forth and all that. But they've got cool designs in there. So, for example, they have the head of one of the leaders, and it was made inside the tree.
Oh.
So they had the opening inside the tree, and they got like the statue,
Mm.
like basically carved into the tree.
Ah, interesting.
Um, so yeah, you'll see some really cool stuff.
Mm.
Um, After we've done the archaeological park and all that, and we've educated you, and now we make you party again, as if you didn't have enough partying. Um, there's this one particular road over there, and this is near where your hotel is. Usually, where the hotel we put you at. There's clubs and bars and red light districts and pretty much every street over there.
Mm.
There's a soy cowboy, like everybody knows that one. Um, we check that whole thing, and then we end up doing is we take the sky train. There's some more areas over there with nightlife and all this kind of stuff. And at this point, we're better using that SkyTrain because the traffic is really bad in the nighttime.
Mm.
So you do have your own private driver, but in this particular area, we tell him to meet us at the very end of the night, and we just use the SkyTrain because it's going to get you a lot further, a lot quicker.
Mm.
Um, so you're pretty much going to see all the best areas for restaurants, cafes, bars, pubs, um, and that kind of thing. So at that point, you're you're just on overload on
Yes.
everything that we show you. By the 12th day, you fly home, or on the 12th day, people are saying, "Well, we want to now do your South Thailand tour,"
Mm.
or maybe they're saying, "Please just give me a day or two so I can like stretch out my legs." Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they do
we
have great massages in Thailand, fabulous massage. And you can do foot rituals. Hey, Marianne, I'm happy to book you on a tour. So if you want to relax, Bangkok's a fabulous place to just relax in a beautiful hotel and have a nice massage before you go back.
they everything that they've done everything you could possibly imagine to please people,
Mm.
so even like the clubs, outside these clubs they've got like massagers. People sometimes they go dancing too much, for example, right? They need a break, so you go into the bathroom and you've got guys over there who will have like cold cloths, and they'll
Mm.
sit you and like sit, because we get a little bit sticky when we're dancing and clubs and all that. So they will like completely clean you off, and then you say, "Oh, I'm tired now. My legs hurt, my feet hurt, whatever." Now, just right outside the clubs, they've got the massage
Foot massage.
chairs,
Yeah.
and they've got people there with buckets to clean you
Mm.
and relax you as you're breaking from all the dancing. So they've really thought of everything to give you that like just optimal experience. Very, very creative people. Very, very creative people.
So let's talk money. So this is a 12-day tour, very complete, and you offer all the hotels, unless you want me to book your hotels separate. If you want that, I can do that as well. But Charlie chooses great 4 or 5 star hotels. So what would we be charging for this? And if you go through me or you go direct, it's the same price. So Charlie pays me out of your retail price that you pay him.
Go to Laney, everybody.
Thank you.
um, the 5-star hotels, 12 days, and you've heard now how packed that itinerary is. That's $2,976.
Now that it is a great price because some meals are included, your hotels, all of the activities from point A to point B, you are handled. That doesn't include interior flight, right? We'd have to add that the flight from
We
Chiang Mai.
we add those. The reason why we don't automatically include them is we do get a last minute bookings.
Right.
Someone just called us yesterday and said, we want your Thailand tour, your South Thailand tour. So, okay, when do you want to start? They said, we're actually here already. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You see, this is what happens. People don't understand. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for joining. People don't understand. They think that they can do it themselves. And then they get there and they're overwhelmed completely and don't know what to do. So that's why we're here. Please use me, a travel agent, use Charlie, use both of us so that we can give you the point A to point B, total experience, totally stress-free way to travel. Do you want to quickly talk about next week? So we are going to be on February 14th, or no, 18th, sorry. On the 18th, I am here. Are you here?
For you, 18th is my birthday, by the way. Yes.
Oh, no, should we not do it next week? Do you want to take the day off?
No, let's do it on my birthday. Everybody
All
can.
right. We can all sing you happy birthday.
You want to give me a birthday gift? Just give the Venmo, you know what I mean? And just
nice,
put it right there on the screen and let everybody send the money, you know?
Sounds good. So we will continue Thailand next week. So this was North and Central. Wait, am I right? We did North and Central or South and Central?
We today we did North and Central. I just wanted to emphasize something.
Okay, go ahead.
It's mostly private, and it's a combination of private vehicles and what was it? Just one domestic flight, not that much at all.
Right.
But from the second you begin until the second you're done, you don't have to think for yourself. It's just come to the lobby at a certain hour. We provide you with what's called an itinerary letter, and it'll tell you, just please be in the lobby at this time. So-and-so will be there waiting for you. His WhatsApp number is this. We're taking you to ABCD. Lunch, we're doing around 12 o'clock. This is the restaurant that we recommend. You should be back at that time. You have the rest of the evening to yourself. So your brain really could be an autopilot for this whole time. And you're just going to enjoy the food. You're going to enjoy the people. Everybody feels safe, like we had talked about earlier.
And what my agency does in addition is we take Charlie's information and we put it into our online itinerary. You have it on your phone, on an app. You have it with you at all times if you have internet. I do recommend that you download it for offline use as well, because you never know what's going to happen to your phones out there. But we work really well together. So when I book your international air or different pieces and then I fit Charlie's tour into it, it's all completed in one unit for you to follow. So we try really hard to make it perfect for you on all aspects of the vacation. Both Charlie and I work really hard for those 5-star reviews. And I'm very dependent on my staff. Charlie, I know, is very dependent on his as well. So we try very hard to put a team together that's going to be perfect for you.
Yeah, and it came from a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
We've done this for many years now, and to find people who got good hearts and to train them to do this exactly the way we want takes time and patience, but we have just that. We've got very solid, educated, government licensed English speaking tour guides who give you the fantasy trip of your life.